Do you want some ideas for some budget overland items? Hi, everybody. My name's Rob, and this is Stormcrow Overland, where we talk about going on adventures, road tripping, camping, and just generally getting out and enjoying life. Now, in this week's episode, we're going to talk about three of my favorite overland items that are under $10 each. And at the end, if you stick around, there might be a bonus item too. We all know overlanding can get a little on the expensive side. We have all heard the term overland tax. This stuff isn't cheap. And it's not just companies and stuff trying to gouge us. A lot of the overland gear we're buying is made in America. It's made by small companies, and that just cost more. It's just how it goes, and that's okay. And plus, we're trying to buy things that are rugged to go outdoors, and a lot of times they need to be waterproof, or at least safe to be out in the weather. And we want things that aren't just going to fall apart. We want to be able to take them on multiple trips. It's got to be able to stand up to some abuse. So things are expensive, and so occasionally, if I find something that's a really good, neat thing that I really enjoy that makes overlanding or camping or any of that kind of thing just a little better, and it's cheap, I figure I've got to kind of list some of these things. I figure I'll share it with y'all. So like I said, we got three things. Stick around at the end. There'll be a bonus item. It's more just kind of a fun, goofy thing, but it's still fun. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the first thing. Okay, so the first item we're going to talk about, my top three items under $10 for overlanding, is this really simple electronic lighter. It's awesome. It charges with USB. It's got a little thing to show you the battery level. It's got a switch to turn it on and off, so it's not like getting the button pushed and turn it on in your kit in the back of your rig, lighting something in your rig on fire. We don't need any of that. But it's, like I said, it's really neat. It charges up. It's got a little USB slot to charge it up with. And this is cool. Look at this. I don't know if you call it a plasma lighter or what. It's an electronic lighter that doesn't use lighter fluid. And it works for lighting anything on fire. I use it mostly. I wanted a long one like this to light my scuttle. Works amazing for that. I don't have to bend down and reach and look. I just turn the valve, just stick it in there, hit the button, and sparks happen. But man, I hate having to worry about taking lighters and are they full and do I need to refill them or are they refillable in the first place or are they leaking? Because I've had some that were like little butane torch lighters, but they leaked and they ran out the worst time. And if I'm out camping and they run out, I can't do anything. I don't carry butane around to refill them. I don't have a little can. If something happens and say I forget to charge this and I go out camping, well, great. I have multiple ways to charge things up. But I have the Forerunner itself. I have battery packs. I got solar panels. I got all kinds of stuff. So I can find a way to charge this up if I need to. The charge lasts forever on this thing anyway, but it would be just in case. And if I was going on a month-long trip, like one of my bucket list trips is I want to drive, if you don't know, I'm in central Oklahoma. I want to drive over to California, and I want to drive all the way down the Baja Peninsula and drive back. It would be cool to not have to worry about, is a one lighter enough? Do I need two lighters? Do I have fuel? Can I cross a border with it? Airplanes are weird with lighters and stuff too. It'd be nice to just be like, I have this electronic thing. And if I'm really worried about crossing the border or something with it, okay, I'll just make sure the battery's dead. No big deal. They're really not going to care then. But if I'm on a long trip, it's nice to have a way that's easy to refill it myself. And this will work. I have lit fires. I've lit stoves. I've lit fireworks. The only thing I haven't tried is lighting a cigar. I don't think it'll work because it's kind of small. Might work on a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes though, but just a neat thing. And plus, the fun with this thing, when you first get it in the mail, if you don't tell your wife ahead of time that you ordered it, I told mine it was a mini cattle prod and started chasing her around the house. So that was fun. All right, so that was my number one on my top three things for overlanding under $10. Let's see what I have for number two. All right, so for number two on my list of top three things under $10 for overlanding, We're down here at the vehicle. We're looking at my tires, and we're on a little handheld camera. Hopefully, it doesn't get too shaky on you. It is these valve stem caps that have little like leashes on them. I first saw these, I think, on Lifestyle Overland, and I just thought they were genius. It's as much as we, going off road, airing up, airing down, you can't lose your valve caps this way. And I always like take it off and make sure I put it in a specific spot or put it in my pocket, and then I'd always end up forgetting where one was, or I'd fall off. Where I always like to stick it in the tread on the top of the tire, uh, but sometimes they fall off or they fall in the dirt. You can't find them, and then you don't have one. That's why these are neat. Hopefully this isn't too shaky, and let's try to show you real quick. So, like I said, it's got a little retainer on it. So even when you unscrew the valve stem, or valve stem cap, I'm sorry, it doesn't go anywhere. It just stays there. As far as I'm concerned, this is not just an Overland thing. I ordered these on Amazon. I think it was like $6 for a set of 4, and just to try them out. And I immediately ordered them for my wife's car. And my daughter's 15 right now, and she's doing driver's ed and driver's training. And whenever she ends up with the car, I'm ordering her a set as soon as we get it, because this is awesome. I have lost so many valve stem caps just over the lifetime of owning vehicles, that these are awesome. I don't know why these weren't this way the whole time. Why did it take so long for someone to think of these? It's a piece of plastic with a thing just to hold it. This is how valve stem caps should have been the entire time that valve stem caps have been a thing. So like I said, if you're going to be out wheeling, airing up, airing down, you need these. I mean, obviously you don't need them, but man, does it make life a lot easier. Just one less thing to worry about. And like I said, all the vehicles in my house now have them, and when the kid gets one, they're going to be on hers too. That way they can never lose them. It's that simple. Like I said, this is one of those things that's just a no-brainer. All right. Hope you like this. Like I said, it's like $6 on Amazon. I will try to remember to include a link for all these things in the description below. All right, so let's move on to our number 3 on our top 3 things under $10 for overlanding. All right, so item number 3 on my top 3 things under $10 for overlanding is this little thing. Pretty sure it's made by GSI. Picked it up at Rendezvous in the Ozarks from Okie Overland's booth. It's for cleaning pots and pans. It's just a little scraper. The orange part is a hard plastic with kind of a little edge on it. The gray part is more of a rubbery, kind of bendy plastic. You all know, I got a scuttle a while back. I'm learning to cook on the scuttle. It's a little tricky. But I've been cooking on cast iron pretty much my whole life. And we always had these little like plastic scraper things that we would get somewhere in case there was something really stuck on the cast iron. We didn't want to like sit there and scrape it with a metal spatula. So we had these little plastic squares that I don't know where we got them. But I wanted something like that for the scuttle. But it's curved. And I was kind of looking, I was trying to keep an eye out, and then I saw this. And I'm like, well, wait a second. It's got a hard edge, it's got a soft edge, and it's curved. It's got a nice little curve to it. This is perfect for if you burn something on the scuttle. Yes, most of the time, the scuttle is super easy to clean. Pour some water on it, boil the water, wipe it down, you're set. But every once in a while, you might get distracted. You might be just learning and not realize how hot the scuttle got, and you're going to burn something on it, and it's going to be stuck. And yes, putting water on there, boiling the water will help get it off. But having something like this that's not going to actually damage the seasoning on the scuttle or cast iron or whatever it is you're cooking on, to help just kind of scrape that little bit of sticky burnt on food, can be a lifesaver. It's so stupid but it's genius. And like I said, this was like $5-6. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon or REI or anywhere like that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's made by GSI. I don't want to use the term, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's almost a game changer for cleaning stuff like a scuttle or cast iron. I know it may sound silly, but man, it just makes cleaning that much easier and quicker. And then you can get back to campfiring or hanging out with your buddies or having a drink or whatever it is you're doing instead of sitting there just scrubbing or scraping with a paper towel or something and trying to clean it without messing it up. And it's nice to not even have to worry about it. All right, so that was number 3 for the top 3 things under $10 that I really like for overlanding. Next is the fun, just for fun bonus item. Okay, so this last one came to me the other day. I mentioned earlier in the video, my daughter is doing driver's ed. She's 15. She's taking to driving great. In fact, I can't wait to take her out and have her drive the Sugar Creek Loop. I figure it'd be a really neat place for her to practice in places where she might have lower traction and stuff like that, and to kind of learn about it. But in the process, we got something. What we got was this cool magnet that says student driver. Like I said, it's a magnet. Comes right off, goes right back on. And I started thinking about it the other day. And man, all of my OKC Overland friends that went to Rendezvous in the Ozarks, be happy I didn't have this thought sooner. But I guarantee next time I go out doing any kind of off-road trail stuff with any of my buddies, this magnet's coming. And the first person to, I don't know, drive into a tree and bust a headlight, or get stuck, or drive us down a trail that's not really a trail, anybody that makes any kind of just fun, silly mistake. Not something, if someone like actually really hurt their rig bad or something, we wouldn't do it. But man, it'd be fun. I think it'd be really funny if there was a minor screw up to just, in a friendly way, poke fun at them by putting the thing on there. And you know what? I would have no shame in if I screw something up, throwing it on there on my rig while I'm out on the trail. In fact, if I had it in Rendezvous in the Ozarks, I probably would have just stuck it on my rig to start with until someone else earned it somehow. Same thing. I looked. We got this through our driver's ed place here in town, but I looked. They're on Amazon for like $5. I'll include a link below. I think it'd be a fun way to just kind of pick on your friends if they're having a hard day on the trail. Maybe kind of help them laugh at the situation and not be so bummed out about it if something minor goes wrong. Like I said, and not in a way to like actually pick on people and try to make them feel bad. I would only do this if I thought they would understand that I am laughing along with them at the situation, not at them. We don't do that here. Well, folks, that was my top 3 items for overlanding under $10, including the bonus item, which, like I said, it's just a fun thing. It's not really that useful, but just fun. If you're watching this on YouTube, just realize we also release the audio as a podcast. You can find it wherever good podcasts are found. Just search Stormcrow Overland. If you're listening to this as a podcast, sorry, I'm tired, guys. If you're listening to the audio as a podcast, we also release the video, which might be useful for most of these because usually I'm pointing at things and doing stuff. But we have the video. It's on YouTube. Just search Stormcrow Overland. You can find us on Instagram at Stormcrow Overland. And finally, you can send me an email at stormcrowoverland@gmail.com. On any of those platforms, I would greatly appreciate a like, comment, follow, subscribe, any of that kind of stuff. Let me know, what do you think? Are these horrible ideas for overlanding? Or is there something on here that like, oh, yep, he just cost me $10? In fact, if you order any of these things, I would love to hear about it, just to know that, I got you. It's kind of a short video. It's been a weird week, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some ideas. Like I said, maybe I cost you $10, $20. Like I said, that's really about it. Sometimes you have to go out and get lost with some cool, cheap gadgets before you can find yourself. Thanks for watching.